One. Good afternoon, evening, morning, whatever. This is DeGen Wrestling. We are here on Sunday, January 28th for our Royal Rumble Fallout. Great pay-per-view, by the way. I just want to say that flat out. There was only one bad match on the card out of four, so we're not doing too bad.
Yeah, that's
actually pretty good, right?
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
That being said, though, there is one piece of news. I know I posted a TikTok about this, but we haven't discussed this, you and I.
No.
WWE and Netflix.
Yeah.
Together for seemingly 10 years, and it entails Monday Night Raw beginning January 2025 or January 2025. We'll be going to Netflix, as well as if you're in Canada, the UK, Latin America, you're getting everything.
Yeah, so there is a deal with Netflix. They signed for 5 years. Netflix having an option to pull out 2 years early.
No. It's 10 years. Year 5, Netflix has the option to pull out.
See, I heard it was 5 years.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, sorry. Yeah. No, it's 10 years. They have the option to pull it at 5 years, or extend to 20 years.
Yep, or keep it at 10.
Yeah.
So that's what it was. So basically, the reason that the 5 year is there is because WWE understands Netflix brings a lot of value to it. Biggest streaming platform in the world, regardless of how you feel about Netflix. $500 million a year.
Yeah.
And for seemingly everything. I don't know about you. I'm very excited to stop using Sportsnet.
Yes, because Sportsnet is how we in Canada actually have to use.
Yeah.
And it has a terrible system trying to find things or even just rewinding and fast forwarding.
Like even rewatching old pay-per-views. It's terrible.
Yeah, it's terrible.
That being said, to those of you who still have the WWE network, like say those in Latin America and the UK that I'm aware of, I'm terribly sorry for your loss.
Yeah, I will be really running out coming the end of 2024. But it will probably be on Netflix for you guys as well, from what I'm understanding.
No, not well. The UK, Latin America, yes.
Yeah.
The US, no. They're still with Peacock.
Not the US. The US still is through Peacock.
Yeah. So it will be transitioning to It will be transitioning to Netflix come January 2025. Or January 2025. I don't know why I keep saying 2025. I don't know. Weird thing. That being said, a couple of things that we need to talk about. WWE Raw on USA runs out October 2024.
Yeah.
So what are we going to do for those 2 months?
What's going on with those 2 months?
Yeah, no. Whether it moves to sci-fi, whether they take the Raw
I think
off.
It's fine for us. Because I think the Sportsnet deal doesn't.
I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I'm not sure when the Sportsnet runs out.
Yeah, we're unsure of that.
But no, for those of you in the US, please let us know when you figure out anything, because we don't know.
Yeah. But I guess we should mention, at least I've already posted a video on it, the Vince McMahon stuff.
Yeah.
If you want any more information about that, you can literally watch that video. We're not going to cover it here.
A friendly warning, though, if you do want to look at the lawsuit, it is horrific. Absolutely horrific. The allegations that are out there against Vince and people close to it.
Completely inhuman.
Yeah. If proven true, Vince McMahon should be thrown in jail. Lock away the key.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's anybody in this world that would look at this objectively, if this is proven to be true, and say that Vince McMahon should walk as a free man.
Absolutely.
It's horrible. My sincerest condolences.
But let's get on to what we're here for.
The Royal Rumble. As I said, great pay-per-view, 4 matches on the card. We won't talk about who won the fried chicken because that's completely out of left field. It's not at all relevant to the podcast. And we're going to start off with the Women's Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
first of all, I don't know how we're gonna do this, whether or not we're gonna just break it down, which I don't think we are.
No,
I
not
think
really.
I think we're to the point where we can just talk about what we enjoyed in that match.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the first thing I think we should bring up is Bailey.
Bailey, yeah.
Greatly deserved Rumble winner there.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming. Bailey's been kind of floundering for the past couple of years. She's been up in the main event scene. She's been down, but when you have Bailey, there's always consistency in her match.
Absolutely. And the thing about Bailey that I think is lost on a lot of women, not all of them, but a lot of women in the current landscape of wrestling is character.
Yeah.
Bailey has got character in spades.
Absolutely.
And it's amazing to see. Absolutely wonderful to see. Her interactions with Asuka and Kairi in particular, very good.
So I had a few problems with the interactions.
Okay.
Not on Bailey's end.
No.
So Bailey, leader, member of Damage Control, whatever you want to call her, she's the one that brought them together. Yep. She's the one that's been doing everything for the most part. Whenever there was somebody in trouble that was in Damage Control in the match, Bailey would go to save them.
Yep.
When Bailey was in trouble, who went to save her?
Nobody.
Exactly. So, well, Bailey, won the match.
Yeah, you can do that. You can do that furthering the story. I don't think the Royal Rumble was the place, though.
No, but again, it does seem like there's definitely going to be a falling out between Bailey and Damage Control, and that Bailey will probably end up challenging Io for the championship at Mania, which I am all for.
Yeah, all power to it.
Other spots in the match, though.
Okay, so number one.
Yeah.
I think that we have to shout out Jordynne Grace.
Yeah, Jordynne Grace, TNA Knockouts Women's Champion, or whatever they call it.
Champion of the Knockouts division. Yeah. As soon as her music hit and she came down on the ring, I popped and I popped hard.
I was
like we
trying to.
Yeah, we were finishing cooking dinner, and then all of a sudden, what? And like it got loud, so Ben comes down and he said, "What, Jordynne Grace?" And then you just run, and and Jordynne Grace looked damn impressive for what she was able to. Like, she didn't eliminate anybody. She wasn't given any sort of prominent spot. She was just there, but the time that she had, was fantastic stuff.
Absolutely. Naomi returns to WWE.
Yeah.
She seemed, between her and Bailey, actually, were like the central points of the match.
Yeah. Naomi holding it together from an in-ring perspective and Bailey holding it together from a character perspective. 1,000% all the way through. And, if this is how you're going to use Naomi, I can't help but, be cautiously optimistic.
But now I think we should talk about the number 24 entrance spot in this Rumble.
Now, I think I know where you're going with this, and I absolutely agree. Antlers are in. Michael Cole's commentary for Valhalla coming out with the antlers was probably the most fun I had heard.
And then R-Truth's music hits.
Yes.
And R-Truth goes running out. He runs past Valhalla, gives a weird look, jumps, gets to the ring, gets in the ring, is looking around like he's in a place he wasn't supposed to be. In the women's match, it was just comedy gold at its finest from R-Truth.
It was great.
He gets thrown out of the ring. He gets told to go to the back. Yep. He's not in this match. He's too early. Valhalla gets in the ring and then immediately knocked out. And
nobody knows.
She's just furious with Truth. It's great.
Nobody knows what the heck is going on. It was tremendous. Absolutely tremendous. Speaking of tremendous, Chelsea Green selling.
Yeah.
Throughout the entirety of the Royal Rumble match, so long as Chelsea was in, was
Yeah.
the stuff of legends. Basically, Chelsea Green and Piper Niven have this whole strange bedfellows thing going on throughout this entire match.
They have amazing
Piper is
together.
trying to save Chelsea, but it never works.
Yeah.
It never works. And even if Piper were to say get Nia Jax into a corner, Chelsea Green is behind Nia Jax, absorbing all the impact.
Yeah,
it's great stuff. Comedy wrestling at its
unfortunately,
finest.
Speaking of Nia Jax,
there
she was either purposefully botching.
Yeah,
which all I can explain about is she was like purposely botching all of her moves. It had to be on purpose with how bad they were going, and purposely botching her opponent's moves.
Yeah.
Up until one Jade Cargill.
Yeah.
Was able to enter and actually control Nia's botching by just overpowering her and throwing her over the top.
Yeah. And the thing about Jade Cargill, I know you know this better than I do. She is strong.
She is damn strong.
Like she looks like she is built.
Yeah.
And not built in the stereotypical way. She looks like a toothpick.
Yeah.
But then you get Nia Jax on her shoulder. She's holding her up muscle. Like a log. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Is what it is. Nia botches her own elimination.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know why you have Nia Jax in this thing.
No.
I don't know why you have Nia Jax employed, but whatever it is, it doesn't work.
But there's one really impressive moment. Well, more than one really impressive moment with Jade Cargill when she was pressing. I can't remember who it was above her head, but Bianca was on the other side with somebody who is even lighter.
Yep. And Bianca looks like she's barely able to.
Yeah, you have the very wobbly.
It's the Bill Goldberg suplex spot.
Yeah.
Right. Jade Cargill, built, solid, fantastic. Bianca.
Yeah.
Very wobbly.
Yeah. It was just so impressive.
Once it's about
Jade Cargill actually looked pretty freaking phenomenal in this match. She's come a long way since AEW, and WWE took their time with her, and I think
it's going to pay dividends. It's gonna pay dividends.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say about the Royal Rumble? Or the women's Royal Rumble, I should say.
Liv Morgan returned.
Yes, she did.
She's back from injury.
Oh, she looked fine.
Yeah. Her biggest spot was actually eliminating Jade Cargill at the end of the match and then getting eliminated by Bayley. It was 3 people on the apron, and honestly, it was one of the most nerve-wracking finishes I've seen to a Rumble in a long time.
Yeah.
And I dare to say probably the greatest women's Royal Rumble there has been.
I would put it in my top 2, yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Let's move on to the match of
stuff. In my opinion, though, women's Royal Rumble match of the night.
Oh yeah, absolutely match of the night. We are picking people from there for our
MVPs for a match of the week. There's
for our match of the week, because that is our match of the week as well.
Yeah.
So we have that going on, but.
Roman Reigns versus AJ Styles versus LA Knight versus Randy Orton.
Now
the
thing you got first thing when you see this is great. This isn't going to be a typical Roman Reigns match. You're not going to have the slowdown in the middle where he's just walking, talking to the crowd, and you would be absolutely wrong.
Yeah.
It seems like no matter what you do with a Roman Reigns match, you're always going to get that. It's the slowest, most boring shit I've seen in a long time.
And now here's the thing about that. Like, when I think slow, I think 09 Randy Orton.
Yeah.
It's not slow. It's methodical. Roman Reigns
slow.
Just looks out of shape.
He does. He was winded within like 3 minutes.
Yeah. So I really don't understand why we're continuing to have the Roman Reigns formula.
Yeah. Randy Orton seemed to be the only one who had any impact on Reigns, really.
Yeah.
When it came to anything. Like, he was the only one that could make Reigns look good. But that's just a testament to Randy, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's more of a testament to Randy.
AJ Styles didn't really have many spots with Reigns.
No.
Besides what he speared at the end, and that's what ended it.
Yeah. But it makes sense for Styles, who is going tweener heel, to not have that many spots with Reigns. Yeah. So that part makes sense.
LA Knight
should
have won the match.
Yeah, absolutely should.
Randy Orton should have won the match. What happened? Solo Sikoa.
Solo Sikoa and the official.
Yeah.
I can forgive the Solo Sikoa spot. I really can. I know you can't. I understand why you can't. It is a terrible spot that is repeated. Here is the problem that I have with the Solo Sikoa spot. He gets out on the side where the referee was knocked out and the referee isn't there.
Yeah.
So you're watching for the referee. The referee is inside of the ring while LA Knight has a cover on AJ Styles. Was it AJ or was it Roman?
It was Randy.
It was Randy?
It was Randy.
It was Randy? Oh, it was Randy. Anyway, LA Knight. No, I'm not talking when Solo pulled him out. No. I'm talking afterwards. LA Knight having a cover.
It was Randy.
Yeah, he has a cover. The referee could have counted the cover easily.
So what happened?
And should have.
Yeah, so what had happened is Solo pulled out the ref.
Yep.
Basically knocking him out.
Yep.
Randy noticed. He got up.
Yep.
Solo got up gave Randy a Samoan spike.
Yep.
Knocked Orton out. Solo gets in the ring, knocks out.
Yeah, knocks out
LA Knight, drags LA Knight over top of Orton.
Yep.
That's what happened there.
But unfortunately, the referee was in the ring. He was in position to count the pinfall.
You could see his hand.
You could see his hand. And he doesn't count.
Yeah, and as far as we know, there's no rule about having your shoulders on the mat while covering.
No, you just have to cover. That is one of those things. It's one of those things. Actually, Triple H and Shawn Michaels pulled off 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And Shawn had Triple H covered, and Shawn's shoulders were also on the mat.
Yeah.
What happened was there was a count. It was ruled a draw by the general manager, but we need to see those.
Yeah.
And in that case, I am sorry. The referee was there. The cover was there. Referee needs to do his job.
Yeah. I just gotta say, I am sick of the ref pull-out spot or the guy jumping over the barricade with the hoodie pull spot where it's revealed to be Solo Sikoa.
Solo Sikoa. Jimmy Uso.
Doesn't freaking matter who it is. We know who it is basically every time.
Yeah. It's terrible. And speaking of which, the next match, Logan Paul versus Kevin Owens. I'm sorry, they did this spot so much better.
They did.
And it retroactively makes the Fatal 4-Way worse because Logan Paul and Kevin Owens pulled off a DQ spot way better.
Yeah.
I don't care if there's no DQ in a Fatal 4-Way, that's fine. You should still have the wherewithal to count the pin when it happens. That's the thing.
Yeah, let's just talk about the match a little bit. Because Kevin Owens had the upper hand, the majority of the match. Logan Paul was getting the shit kicked out of him, which honestly I really love to see.
Yeah.
But at the same time, oh my God. The hits he was taking and everything.
You could see the welts from Kevin Owens' hand on his chest.
Yeah. You could see 4 finger marks.
Yeah.
Perfectly. It was insane. This match, honestly worth a watch. If it wasn't for the women's rumble, I tell you.
Yeah, no, it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Then the spot where
the dueling frog splashes.
Well, no, it wasn't dueling frogs. Kevin Owens done a frog splash, and I guess Logan Paul just done a splash, which they might be calling the full send now, which I kind of like actually. It makes perfect sense for his character, who he is, just him as a person, honestly.
Yep.
But where they try to slip Logan the brass knuckles.
Yes.
His friend, same guy as last time, I believe.
It was the same guy as last time.
Tries to get, but gets stopped.
The thing is, the guy got stopped.
He tried playing it off like he was there for like Corey Graves or something like that. He was coming over to say hi or whatever.
Yeah.
Security has him being held back, and Waller and Theory come out.
Yeah.
Be like, no, he's with us. It's okay. And I can't remember which one it was. Either Waller or Theory.
It was Theory who
got the nut and slipped them to Logan.
Yeah.
Logan goes to punch KO with them, gets stopped.
Yep.
Owens hooks his arm,
steals the brass knuckles, wails on Logan Paul, forgets to take off the brass knuckles, and gets disqualified.
Yeah. At 1, 2, 2 and like 9/10, the ref stops and like,
brilliant,
and disqualifies him.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it was really great. It shows that ref having great in-ring awareness there.
Yeah, it looked good for everybody involved.
Yeah.
Logan Paul, it's fine if he looks weak in defeat. He was attacked with brass knucks.
Yeah.
Kevin Owens, it's perfectly in character for him to completely forget a small but ever so crucial little tiny detail.
It's also within character for him to just put him through an announcer table.
After. Absolutely. Which he did.
Yeah.
And it looked beautiful.
And it's great for carrying on the KO Theory Waller storyline.
Yeah, which is great. Here's the problem. How many Roman Reigns matches with disqualifications have we seen? A few.
All of them.
A few.
Look, within the last year, we have seen all of them. So that's like 4 matches.
Yeah.
That's a lot of matches.
And I'm sorry, I bring it back to last year at WrestleMania when Solo Sikoa gets disqualified and then comes back in.
Yeah.
Solo Sikoa was thrown out of the arena. He shouldn't have been able to do that.
Yeah.
Why was there no security there to stop it?
Right.
When you have the same spot in the Logan Paul, Kevin Owens, and security's right there. It makes zero sense. Yeah. But that's another story for another day. It's time for the men's Royal Rumble.
Absolutely.
So first of all, before we go too far, shout out to Jey Uso.
Yeah.
Iron Man comes out at number 1. You get the pop, Jey versus Jimmy. You get Jey looking like he's seen a ghost, like he does not want to be there.
Jimmy came out the same number as his wife.
Yeah. But at the same point in time, you have
honestly, Jimmy Uso was actually pretty great this match too. For basically just being
to be a troll, just to be a troll.
Yeah.
Grayson Waller, fantastic too. Hosting the mini Waller effect.
We're trying to
the acknowledgement of the tribal chief. The acknowledgement of no yeet, and then just pounding on Jey Uso. Very smart stuff. Number 4, Andrade is back.
Yeah, Andrade's back.
Yeah. Andrade, El
He's the one that won me fried chicken, isn't he?
Well, I mean, you don't really want to bring that up. He really didn't, just
it's
him,
weird.
Just him
it's
showing up.
It's weird for me to cheer for Andrade because I'm not a big fan.
No.
But he got me fried chicken.
Well, you know what? Sometimes Andrade just will do something nice for someone who doesn't deserve it. And
this wasn't one of those times because I definitely deserve it.
Next up, we've got Carmelo Hayes from NXT. I'm sorry, I'm just going to say it right now. Bring this guy up.
I believe he has been assigned to SmackDown already.
Yeah, he, according to this, he's affiliated with NXT still. And he's still got that storyline with Trick Williams, so I can understand why.
Yeah.
But Carmelo, very, very good.
Yeah. Well, Trick Williams has even showed up on SmackDown this past week.
To help Carmelo. Yeah.
So it seems like they're going to be going into a feud with Waller in theory as well.
Speaking of which,
oh my God,
what?
KO, Waller, Trick Williams versus Waller, Theory, and Logan Paul at Elimination Chamber.
Inside the tornado tag chamber? Ooh, that could be fun.
Is that what they're setting up?
I hope.
That'd be great.
Now.
Sorry, sorry
no.
Oh my God, that'd be great.
That'd be great. We've never seen a tornado 6-man chamber.
No.
And we need
it's one of our favorite parts of the games.
Yeah, but it never shows up.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
If that's what they're building to. Absolutely. I don't think they're building it.
I don't think so either, but it's there if they want it.
Dirty Dom. Well, let's skip right.
He was a very
he was an anchor in this match.
Oh, he was solid in this match.
He was an anchor. Whenever you needed the air lifted out of the arena, you turned to either Walter or Dirty Dom.
Yeah.
And it didn't matter where you were, what spot you were in the card. Dirty Dom controls the crowd, plays them like a fiddle throughout this entire match.
Yeah.
Just it was tremendous to see. And the one elimination he gets is Braun Breaker.
Yeah, and we'll get to that.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Eventually, we'll get to that a little later. Carlito is somebody I officially hate right now because he should have been thrown out by Santos Escobar. I'm sorry, hot take, I know.
Yeah, no, he should have. It's fine.
No, Carlito, terrible. And what the hell's up with his music?
Terrible music. But he had the apple.
Yeah, he did have the apple this time. Thank God he had the apple. Do you just want to skip to Cody?
Sure.
Cody Rhodes
enters at number 15 this year.
Yeah. Winner
of this year's Royal Rumble.
And thank God he is.
Yeah.
So naturally, Cody Rhodes is one of those people, like with Dirty Dom and Jey Uso, who held this thing together.
Absolutely. He was the Iron Man of the match.
No, he wasn't. Jey Uso was.
Yeah, Jey Uso was. We already mentioned that.
Yeah, but still, 43 minutes.
He was the second longest in the match. Sorry.
Yeah, 43 minutes. Pretty impressive. Yeah. That's all I can say. But Cody Rhodes, he's able to go in there, resolve his rivalry with Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah.
Like all of this is tying up loose ends except for one.
Yeah.
The last end he had to tie up was proving himself to CM Punk.
Yeah.
Which he did. Throwing out Walter, big thing for Cody.
Yeah.
Aside from that, do you want to just talk about Walter? Because
Walter's so good in this match.
Walter showed a facet of himself that I don't think we see enough of. You know how one of the big things that everybody is huge on Roman Reigns for and gives a lot of credit to him for is the psychology with the crowd.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the hair.
Walter.
I was going to say Walter doesn't really have the hair.
Yeah, Walter, psychology with the crowd. Oh my God. There was one spot in there that I know we're going to get to.
Didn't he lift Bronson Reed up?
Yes, he did. And it was like
head.
Nothing.
Yeah.
It was like nothing. And Bronson is built.
Bronson is a ball of muscle.
Yeah. Bronson's just a ball, dude. But Walter just lifts him up like it's nothing. It's gorgeous. And I don't know what was up with his chops today, but Walter had mustard on them, even more than normal. Like these chops are devastating all throughout.
Oh, Dom tried to
the Dom chop on Walter.
And he just looks at him, chops him back, and Dom is down.
Yeah.
Oh, it was great.
It was fantastic. Pat McAfee shows up, surprise entrant 22.
Yeah, well, first let's mention Pat McAfee. first surprise return of the night.
Yep.
To the announce table.
Thank God.
And then number 22, his music hits, and he's sitting there like, what?
Yeah. Well, I didn't know.
He's in a suit, snakeskin cowboy boots.
Yep.
Gets in the ring, looks at Omos and Braun Breaker standing there, climbs up the rope, gets onto the apron, climbs back in the ring.
Yeah, looks at them again climbs
the rope,
climbs up
onto the apron, and then jumps down and gets back to the announce table.
What was that thing?
How tall is that thing?
Yeah.
7'3".
So Pat, my record still said, yeah, but Carl, that doesn't really count.
Yeah.
Were you in there with that?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, if you're going to use Pat to legitimize somebody, that's the way to do it.
But
Braun Breaker.
Yeah.
Braun Breaker. We skipped over him.
But
damn good.
Braun Breaker gets the Lesnar spot.
Yes. And well deserved too, I might add.
And
he looks devastating. Oh my God.
He needs to come to the ring.
What speed? What speed?
I've never seen somebody come off the ropes like he does.
God. Speed, intensity, the spears,
strength,
the everything.
And then he gets eliminated.
By Dominic Mysterio. I'm sorry. That is one of my favorite eliminations all night. Because you don't expect it coming. It comes out of nowhere. And it feels so good.
Braun eliminates Omos, right?
Yeah.
Like
he eliminated Omos like it was nothing.
And then immediately throws out Finn Balor afterwards, basically.
Yeah.
It's like,
and then Dom just throws him out.
Yeah, and JD McDonough's walking down to the ring, and Breaker just spears him.
And it looks devastating.
Oh, it looks phenomenal.
I'm sorry, if you are going to take a Brock Lesnar spot, Braun, come to the main roster. We urgently need you up there.
And then the number 24 entrant.
Yep. Can we just say MVP right now? Like he's one of those people that
if you don't know by now, we love our Truth.
We love his shtick. It's a good shtick. He comes down to the ring, thinks it's a tag team match, gets right in there, urges Dom to tag him. And then Walter, and this is where I say psychology, Walter puts a sleeper on Dom.
Yeah.
Crowd's into it.
Truth is waiting there, trying to get the hot tag.
Yeah.
Dom gets out of the sleeper. Hot takes Truth. Truth comes in doing Cena's freaking 5 moves of doom.
That's great.
Oh, it was great. And then Miz's music hits. Miz comes out.
The awesome Truth reunion.
Yeah. Miz goes to throw out Dom. Truth saves Dom.
Yeah. And Miz, what are you doing? Well, we're in a tag team. This is a tag team match.
Dom, and even Dom's like, Judgment Day.
Yeah.
And then Priest comes out.
Yeah, boo.
Throws out Truth.
This is
not very Judgment Day. Live, laugh, love of him.
Right? Like, this isn't fair. Truth did an amazing job for Judgment Day throughout this entire match. Priest just throws him out.
Dom, the longest.
Oh my! Member of the, and it's not even close.
No, I think he's in there longer than all of them combined.
Yeah, he is. He is. And that, do we include JD or no? It doesn't really matter either way. But
Truth gets him eliminated in 3 seconds.
Yep. And here's the thing.
Sorry. Truth doesn't get him eliminated. Truth helps him into the ring, and JD gets himself eliminated.
Yeah, because he's not watching Jey Uso. Here's the thing. For those 3 minutes, this match turns to something else entirely.
Yeah.
And it's great.
It's
gold. It's gold. And the thing is, if you can have that kind of a break in a Royal Rumble match,
yeah.
Oh my God. I don't know what you're paying R-Truth, but it's not enough.
Now,
It's never enough.
Yeah, we do have to mention number 27.
Number 27.
CM Punk.
Yep.
Comes in. Number 27th was the last time he was in the Rumble. That was his last match.
Mm-hmm.
He came in the day he left WWE, sorry, I believe it was.
Yeah, so he didn't come in on that number. He was number 1. He went out.
No. The day.
Oh, January
27th.
Could have been.
Yeah.
Easily.
I've read it. Yeah. There's really not much to say about him there.
So it's 10 years to the day.
Yeah. Well, no, not 10 years to the day. So I believe, well, actually, yeah, it might have been.
Well, if you're saying January 27th was the day that he left,
I believe so.
January 27th.
That's the day he walked out, I believe.
Yeah. So
yeah, like 10 years to the day.
Yep.
I think that's what. Yeah. Wow. But I think he eliminates somebody. Who was it?
He doesn't eliminate somebody right away.
No.
But he does eventually get out McIntyre and Dirty Dom.
Right, he does eliminate that.
And when he got rid of Dirty Dom, I just turned on him completely.
His interaction with McIntyre.
McIntyre were good. Yeah. His interactions are fine. And his promos are fine.
Yeah.
In ring,
he's very sloppy right now.
He was sloppy with Dom in December. Yeah. And I'm sorry, if you are sloppy with Dom Mysterio, who is honestly one of the better heels to work with, you've got a bit of a problem. But you're barely able to lift up Drew McIntyre. You're barely able to lift up Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
And it's not for their lack of trying.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't a Nia Jax case here, where Nia is just refusing to do everything. No, these are highly trained professionals.
And Punk's been trying to put in the work.
Yep.
I think he still needs a little bit more, unfortunately.
I think he needs a lot more.
But it comes down to him and Cody for the final two, where they have, I want to say, a 10 to 12 minute mini match.
I don't think it's 10 to 12. I actually don't think it's close to that.
I think it's like 10 minutes.
I think it's 6.
Is it?
I think it's 6.
Maybe.
But that being said, it's not a great match, but Punk does have a great line.
Yeah, and there's some decent spots. Punk hits the pedigree on Cody.
Yep.
Cody hits the crossroads on Punk, I believe.
Yes, he does.
Punk gets him back with the go to sleep. Then Punk hits the pedigree, I believe, a bit later. And then he has the line, I didn't go away for 10 years to lose to Dusty's kid.
Yep.
At that moment, you knew Cody was winning.
Yep. He's not Dusty's kid anymore. He's Cody Rhodes.
Punk goes to put him up in the GTS. Cody slips out into the crossroads. And then Punk goes over.
Yep, throws up.
Cody Rhodes, your men's winner of the 2024 Royal Rumble. First time back-to-back since 97.
Stone Cold Steve Austin was the last one to do it.
Yeah.
And the other thing, Cody Rhodes immediately challenges Roman Reigns.
First, he points at the sign and lets the fireworks go off. Let's acknowledge that at least, because that's more acknowledgeable than Cody Rhodes going for Reigns.
Okay.
Because if you don't get those fireworks, and there have been issues with it in the past where they haven't went off, Orton, unfortunately. And then he takes a look around the arena, looks up, and then points to Reigns.
Yeah.
So I think, and hear me out on this, he might be challenging Paul Heyman at Mania.
Well, Paul Heyman is the one who's held the belt for longer than Roman Reigns.
He's been carrying it for a long time.
He's been carrying it for a very long time. And you know what? I personally would love to see Paul Heyman just get his hands dirty in a match. I think he'd be more
to see Paul Heyman get taken out.
I think he would be more technically proficient than Reigns at this point.
In that Fatal 4-Way, I don't know why Heyman didn't get attacked once.
Yeah. That's the thing. You have Paul Heyman out there. Use him.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the pop if you were to give Heyman an RKO or give Heyman a blunt force trauma?
Phenomenal forearm.
Phenomenal forearm would do it. Even a Pele kick would do it.
Or just the freaking clothesline.
Yep. Anything.
Yeah.
Anything to threaten the facade of the tribal chief.
Yeah. So, anyways, now Cody Rhodes, obviously going for Reigns at Mania.
Yeah.
I think this starts the story where he's got to take out the bloodline so they can't be there.
Yep. 1,000%.
Yeah.
The only reason, and you could play it like the only reason that Roman Reigns won is because of the bloodline. So I'm gonna.
Yeah. Like it doesn't even have to start like right away, but Cody Rhodes takes out, say, like Jimmy Uso or Solo Sikoa on an episode of SmackDown.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, Solo. Why not? Why not?
Or during like Elimination Chamber at some point.
Yep.
Takes them out where it's a storyline injury.
Yep.
Just takes them out so they can't be there.
Yep. You take out Solo. Actually, no, I don't think you take out Solo first. What am I saying? You take out Heyman first.
Yeah. Anyways, that's the Royal Rumble.
Yeah. Do you want to just do MVPs real quick?
Oh, yeah.
To remind everybody?
Right. We were going to have some MVPs of the men's match as well.
Yep. So the MVP of the men's match for me, Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, it's obviously Cody Rhodes.
Dom Mysterio.
Dom Mysterio. Braun Breaker.
Braun Breaker's fantastic.
R-Truth.
R-Truth. I have to pick R-Truth.
Absolutely have to pick R-Truth.
Finally, Walter. But yeah. If you guys haven't seen this pay-per-view, do yourself a favor. Watch the women's Rumble. Watch the men's Rumble if you're feeling like it. Watch Kevin Owens, Logan Paul. There's a fatal 4-way in the middle. Just skip over that. You don't need that. But that being said, guys, that's our Royal Rumble fallout. And if you want to see more of us, you can find us on TikTok. Thank you so much. This has been DeGen Wrestling, and we are signing off.
See you.